hecho, no está así, a los 15 minutos de su casa.
Hijo, si no somos en invierno, está cerrado ahorita.
Ay, deme, yo me imagino de vos.
Y es por Facebook.
Déjame la ver, And finally, smoking of any kind is strictly prohibited on the Stone Mountain Scenic Railroad and in the train above. So stay seated, stand by, and go smoking. The only thing that compares to the fun you're having today is the fun you'll have tomorrow. Did you know that you can upgrade your adventure pass to a mountain membership annual pass? For the prices just more, visit your family will enjoy 12 months of action-packed adventures. You can upgrade your ticket at the member services office located across the marketplace and the train depot. But hurry, this special offer is only good to your people today. Alright, on the count of 3, let's get a great big all aboard. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
As we strike out on our journey, I imagine that you want to know a little bit about Stone Mountain Park's rock lava. The engine connected to our train was built in the 50s and weighs over 100 tons. We could travel up to 90 miles per hour, but we'll take it at an easy 15 miles per hour for this trip, so you can take in the sights. Speaking of sights, please enjoy a few scenes into our trains throughout the years.
Sí. Mira piedra. Todo el año está abierto. Todo el año está abierto.
We are now passing Confederate Hall and the walk-up trail. If you want to take a trip to the top of Stone Mountain, you're in luck. There are 2 ways up. You can take the walk-up trail, which is exactly what it sounds like. A trail where you walk up the mountain. That trek takes about a half hour and is a beautiful climb. Your other option is the sky ride, which takes you to the top of the mountain in less than 3 minutes in a gondola, large enough to fit 60 people. The choice is yours. If you're interested in the science of a mountain, I recommend that you make a stop at Confederate Hall. that Stone Mountain isn't a mountain at all. It's actually a monadnock, or a hill. The primary difference between a mountain and a monadnock is that monadnock is a lot more fun to say. We now know as Stone Mountain Park began forming during folding and faulting by the bird a long time ago. A body of magma cooled roughly 8 to 10 miles below the Earth's crust, and over time, erosion and weather uncovered the whole land. Stone Mountain now stands at about 800 feet above the surrounding landscape, and it's nothing short of an impressive sight. As we travel around the mountain, you can take in many other impressive sights. Enjoy a glimpse into the beauty of the park as we ride along. Interest in Stone Mountain grew from Brandon's marketability, but that's just not true. Native American tribes in this area used the mountain as a sacred site in the meeting place before explorers even landed on the continent. The first European settlers came to the mountain in 1567, led by Juan Pardo, a Spanish explorer. They called the place Crystal Mountain because at the time, you could find large quartz and other non-precious crystals here. Legend holds that Juan Pardo reported to the Queen of Spain that there were diamonds in the mountain. He filled his ship with them and brought them back to Spain, and was ridiculed for not knowing the difference between diamonds and quartz. Talk about embarrassing. Still, Crystal Mountain was a neat discovery. Settlers used the mountain as a landmark and called it Rock Mountain or Rock Fort Mountain in the late 1700s and early 1800s. In December of 1822, Stone Mountain was declared a part of DeKalb County, and around that time, the same Stone Mountain started to stick. A little while later, people started to get stuck on the rock. We'll get to that in a few minutes. In the meantime, enjoy the view of the mountain. erosionando el agua. I mentioned that people have gotten stuck on the mountain. You might have driven on a street called Elias Newer as you enter the park. Elias Newer has been described as part stuntman, part acrobat, part showman, Although a lot of people would describe him as a hero, Miller was also known as the Old Man of the Mountain. He is said to have rescued 36 people and several dogs who had fallen or become trapped on the mountain. He performed his first rescue at age 13 in 1927. In addition to these heroic feats, Elias Miller also performed daredevil stunts on the mountain, like driving down the steep side or sending cars and trucks off the top of the mountain to crash down below. He was named Safety Supervisor of Stone Mountain in 1959, and one of his first contributions was to build a safety fence around the top of the mountain. He even worked on a famous memorial park. If you travel up a walk-up trail, you might see the Old Man of the Mountain's name carved into the rock, so be on the lookout. He passed away in 93 at age 79, but we will always fondly remember our Old Man of the Mountain.
Mira, la piedrota ahí arriba. Thousands of years. In 1996, Stone Mountain drew droves of people when it hosted the archery, tennis, and track cycling events during the Summer Olympics. Stone Mountain Park continues to draw millions of visitors every year, from near and far, with its breathtaking views and acres upon acres of natural beauty. In addition to hiking up the mountain, camping, and going out on the lake, the opportunities go on and on. With so many paths to choose from, I'm sure you'll find just the right adventure.
foto?
Bank, George Bank.
We are pulling into a fictional town called Buzzard Hollow. There was a real town here when Stone Mountain was an active quarry site, starting in the early 1840s. I say it was a town, but that isn't quite accurate. The buildings in this area were all for the service of the quarry companies. If you came by the park in the 1970s, you might have ridden the train and seen cowboys and Native Americans being portrayed coming out of some of these buildings in an old-fashioned shootout. That isn't actually accurate for this area. The large building on the right is currently the train shop, but at one time contained jail cells for use by the quarry company. The smaller stone building on the left was the quarry foreman's building. Most of these other buildings have been constructed in more recent times and may have been used for shows at one point or another.